Hey, welcome to the Put It on Shuffle podcast. I'm that feeling you get whenever you drop a piece of your last food, Jamie.
And I'm Zach and Cody's stunt double, Jacob.
And
we're here with
Mireille.
Yeah, our biggest fan.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am Put It on Shuffle trash number 1.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah. Only.
She's one of our consistent 11 viewers on YouTube. We have 11 subscribers. I'm one of them, but I never watch it, so...
Yeah, I always listen to it and I'm like, that's enough.
I've listened to every episode at least 3 times.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, number 1.
I was thinking one day maybe we do we have someone on who likes the podcast and we do Put It on Shuffle trivia.
We could do that.
Yeah, but not yet. We don't have enough episodes yet.
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie, big news for the podcast. We got a little more on our budget and I splurged. ASMR.
I'm already sweating, but this is making me sweat even more.
I got fans.
Oh.
That is so me.
Yeah, they're black and gold Chinese paper fans because it gets hot as fuck in the studio.
Yeah.
This is just blowing hot air on me, but
Yeah, it works.
I'll try to get it on both of us, Meryl. She's sitting next to me. She's one of 3 people who sat next to me this whole time.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah, I tried to get these because I thought they'd be quiet, but they might not be. Anyways, what song are we doing today, Jamie?
So, today we're doing What the Hell by Avril Lavigne.
Meryl likes Avril
Avril
Lavigne.
Lavigne.
Yeah, a lot.
I used to say Avril Lavigne.
What did Connor think
Lavigne.
her name was
No,
pronounced
he said that his sister thought it was
Lavigne?
I don't
Lavigne?
remember.
Avril Lavigne.
So do you guys think she was replaced?
Okay. Honestly, the evidence is really good, but it's so far-fetched.
I think if she killed herself, someone would have found her body and freaked out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well they did find her body and freaked out, but then they just didn't tell anyone about it, right?
And I think the stuff about how she looks different in photos, they just could have photoshopped her face.
Yeah.
True. And then she does act a lot different too. But I
People
feel like people
change.
change, yeah.
But did they
That's what
change from complicated to Hello Kitty?
Yeah, I can't defend that.
I own Hello Kitty.
I own the whole CD. All her CDs.
I just bought Hello Kitty and What You Like, Give You What You Like. Yeah, I like that song a lot. I don't remember where I heard it though. I feel like I heard it on some TV show.
I think her most recent song that I know is What the Hell.
Her most recent song?
That I know.
You don't know Hello Kitty?
I've seen snippets of it, from that,
Snippet.
from evidence that she was replaced. But I haven't heard anything else.
It's probably for the best.
She's still making music.
Yeah, she's working on a new album.
Oh.
Wow, good for her.
Kelly Uchis is releasing an album. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
I got this new phone case today with a little seal on it, and it's already dirty because it's a white seal.
You should ask him to touch it because it's very cute.
Yeah, touch it through the podcast. Do you feel that? Is it everything you
I
dreamed?
don't like that. Anyway.
Oh god, the train's gonna be loud.
Yeah, there's a train near our studio.
I should have bought more than 2 fans, because I know we always have guests. Thank you for both fanning me. I feel so worshipped.
I would say we can get another fan, but I forgot my name.
Yeah, we'll need to get one soon. So anyways, our first segment, we'll look at the lyrics. We have them pulled up here.
But today's guest
Mireille.
is a special guest because she's the most number 1 Avril Lavigne fan and the most number 1 Put It on Shuffle fan.
Yeah.
So we got the number 1 in here.
Lunchline boy?
Oh my god.
No.
Bring him out!
Oh my god, guys!
Lunchline boy is this guy she saw on the lunch line that she thinks is cute.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Well, number 1 because there's multiple.
Yeah. Number 2 and 3 are dead to me. So.
Wow. Falling out. And you never even talk to them.
I don't talk
Relatable.
to anyone.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Okay, so the lyrics.
Yes.
Anything that points out to you guys?
That points out,
Yeah.
Like
Sticks out,
Stands out.
pops
stands
out,
Pops out.
pops off.
Mask off. So like, when she says, "You say that I'm messing with your head, all because I was making out with your friend." I was in the shower this morning, and I was
Wow, that's
thinking
crazy.
of that lyric. No, I shower all the time, at least once a day. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, wow, I would be pretty pissed off too if you made out with my friend. Like, that would really fuck me up, boy. And also, love hurts whether it's right or wrong. What does that mean? Like, how does it hurt if it's right?
Because you have to like.
It hurts so good.
Fight for it.
Yeah, you have to keep it alive. It's not easy.
No, I know.
What would
but
we
like,
know?
Right? Honestly.
It says. Well, I'm thinking like any relationship.
I mean, you love for Lunchline boy. Is that right or wrong?
Oh god.
Either way, it hurts.
It does hurt.
It's...
And then she also states.
Also, that thing about making out with your friend. My friend Rebecca, she was dating this guy who was really awful to her.
Uh-huh.
But while they were dating, he was eating like a fruit by the foot, and he got this other girl to do like Lady and the Tramp with him while they were dating, and then they like made out while eating this fruit by the foot, and he didn't even tell her.
Wait,
She learned about it
hold up.
like months after they broke up.
What the fuck?
Right?
How did that even happen? Was it moving on?
Okay.
Okay. So that's I would be pretty pissed
Right?
off, bitch. No. I'm always like, I don't know how I feel about cheating, but now I'm like,
I don't know how you
No,
feel about
like,
cheating.
I would never cheat on anyone, but like, I used to say, oh, it's complicated because I knew people that cheated on others, and I really liked them. But I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. Like now that I think about it, like cheating on someone, making
That
them
was my
feel
stomach.
like
It's a helicopter.
you hungry?
No,
Ailments.
my stomach just makes noises.
We're saying,
It's...
boy, I get nauseous at least once a day.
Anyways, what were you saying? I interrupted you.
Something about cheating.
Oh yeah. So yeah, now that I think about it, like cheating is like fucked up because it's like, how would you like make me feel like? Any thoughts? Just thought.
I mean, to be cheating, you have to have 2 people interested in you, and I can only get 1, so...
Too real.
This fan was a good idea, but since I'm trying to fan at Mireille too, it's blowing my hair the wrong way, and it's gonna look like a mess.
What if it's messing with the audio?
That's what I was
You hear this creaking the whole time. I got these because I thought they'd be quiet, but there's like this little
You're
ring
loud,
on them.
look. Why isn't that loud?
Welcome to Fan ASMR. It's not even gonna pick anything up.
I hope not.
Maybe it's just... Oh, you know how like when you take a video and it's windy, how that sounds?
Mm-hmm.
That would be awful.
Should we stop?
I don't know, because then we're gonna get really hot. It's 90 degrees. And we don't have AC here because it
Okay.
messes with the audio.
I was cold as hell, like nippling cold.
Nippling?
Yesterday.
What,
Yeah.
what is nippling cold?
You know when your nipples get hard?
Is that a common phrase?
Yeah, nipping weather.
Yeah, but not nippling. And I don't think nipping weather is a phrase.
Yes, it is. Anyways, that was yesterday, and today I'm like, it's so hot, man.
I know. Like 2 days ago, it was like 60 degrees all day, which isn't that cold.
It's really cold.
Or at least it's spring, and like it has been like 80 degrees the entire week before, and then it was all of a sudden like 60 for 3 days, and now it's 90. And honestly, this fan's just blowing hot air at me, but
Mhm.
it maybe helps a little.
Okay. Okay,
Let's go.
let's go. Alright, it says,
You're on your knees begging please stay with me, but honestly, I just need to be a little crazy.
that's crazy.
So, like, she thinks he's holding her down.
Yeah. Actually, I know someone that this song relates to.
Wow.
Yeah. Someone I know.
Keep the mystery for the viewers. Listeners? Are they viewers or listeners since it's on YouTube now?
Listeners.
Actually,
Wow, okay.
JK, I don't know anyone because I feel like they might listen to this. So, didn't you play this song yesterday?
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? The day before yesterday?
Day
Oh,
before.
Day before.
Wednesday. She played, like, all of Avril Lavigne's greatest hits.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
Hey!
5.
So,
Except you didn't play Hello Kitty, so.
she also says, all my life I've been good, but now, whoa, thinking, what the hell?
Yeah,
What do you
so-
guys, any thoughts?
Yeah, like, all her life she's been following the rules, but now she's, like, wants to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'll probably feel that way too when I'm in college.
Same.
I feel like
'Cause-
I'm feeling that right now.
Right? Because, like, I haven't done anything in, like, 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, up to now, I've, like, managed to be, like, a goody two-shoes. Like, I've never, like, drank or, like, my voice cracked. I've never drank or, like, smoked. Like, my sister held a vape pen right in front of my face once, and I said no.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, but that's
Ew.
vaping, so good.
My dad vapes.
Your dad vapes and plays with fidget spinners.
Yes,
He's like
yes!
He's like a frat boy.
Literally him. So my dad vapes, and he blows his nasty, like, vape air in my face sometimes. Not on purpose.
My
if I'm,
mom
like, sitting
tried
next
to
him.
get my dad to start vaping so he'd quit smoking cigarettes. But the juice flavors gave him indigestion, so he stopped.
Damn.
My dad's not sick enough. Except he probably has, like, very sick in the lungs. Me too, though.
Yeah.
Isn't secondhand smoking worse than, like, firsthand?
yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you never smoke, so it's like. I
Yeah.
used to get a lot of secondhand smoking.
No, I feel like I still do when I'm around him, so I try not to, like, do it or be around him. Do it.
I don't like that, but like I condone
Threat.
it. Yeah.
You always try to get me to say it.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, have there ever been some times where you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You want to tell us?
No.
No. Wow, this is great podcast material.
I can't expose myself that much.
I have one time, though, I thought, what the hell? So, we're hanging at the park. I think this was around Thanksgiving. Then we went to Dairy Queen. And our friend's mom came to pick her up from inside the Dairy Queen. She comes, sits, like, next to me, and she's like, Jamie was here for this, so she knows. She says, who's that lady eating food in your car? And I was like, what do you mean? Because I thought she was joking. And she's like, there's a lady eating food in your car. She's like looking around all sneaky. And I'm like, are you sure it's my car? She's like, there's only one car in the parking lot. Or only one red car. And so Jamie and I get freaked out because Jamie had like a whole veggie platter left on her seat. And I had a loaf of French bread hidden under a blanket. Don't ask. But I was like, this bitch eating my French bread. So I went to like go look, but then I was like, if she's actually in there eating food in my car, how am I gonna deal with this? Do I just like, hey, get out? I'm like, she's in my car, she has all the power.
Right?
But we go out, and she's not even in my car, she's in her own car, just like eating sad and alone in this Dairy Queen parking lot. And my friend's mom was like, oh, that's not your car?
Wait, go on.
But like, what would you do? If you came back to your car and there was just some woman eating in it?
I would ask her, what the fuck? Like, what you doing? If she was like a homeless person, I'll probably give her the rest of my food.
But my car was locked too.
Exactly, that's why we're freaking out.
Yeah.
What would you do now?
Call the police.
Right?
I swear.
Like, hey, there's some lady in my car. They're like, have you tried talking to her? I'm like, no.
Bitch, what the fuck? Wait, but how does that relate to what the hell?
Because I was like, what the hell? Why is she eating food in my car?
Oh, okay, I thought you meant like.
I don't know. I'm trying to tie this back. I'm trying to have a common theme.
A more PG. What the hell I've had is it's not even a big deal. I was with my friend and we went to the bathroom because she wanted to vape, and I've never vaped before, and she was like, "You want to try it?" And I was like, "Nah." She kept doing it. I was like, "Okay." What the hell? Yeah, it was
What flavor was it?
like coffee.
Ew. Smoking coffee? That just sounds weird.
It was like
I've never
I
had
think-
coffee.
Me either.
I need to get this to start.
People always get so surprised when they hear that.
Right?
And then some people are so dependent on coffee. They're like, how?
Yeah, I have an addictive personality, so I don't.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have
Yeah.
coffee then. Because even sometimes I'm like today I wanted to get coffee, but I was like, chill out.
You guys ready for this ASMR fan?
Okay, that was actually I like that.
Jamie's into ASMR now. We found her gateway.
No, only once. Yeah,
Oh.
well. Oh yeah. Any what the hell moments now?
I did something really stupid on the way here.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's traffic on the freeway. Like, there's been traffic on the freeway, like, every day all spring break. So I took the back road to get here. So instead of, like, when I left my neighborhood, instead of turning right, I had to turn left. So I had to, like, watch, like, the cars coming from each side.
Mhm.
And I, like, got impatient. And at one point I just, like, what the hell? And then I, like, turned when there was, like, a car coming, like, behind me.
Yeah.
And they, like, had to, like, go around me to not
Yeah.
hit me. And, like, the whole time, like, I was driving here, I was like, oh my god, why did I do that?
Yeah.
But, like, you make mistakes, so you know not to do them again.
Everybody makes
Mhm.
mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
It's Hannah Montana.
Oh, no. But relating to cars, I accidentally drove through a stoplight.
I accidentally floored it through a stoplight.
Yeah, I floored it because I was okay. The light didn't turn red until I was already like on the white line, but
Mhm.
I was moving too fast to stop. And if I just stopped in the middle of the intersection, it would have been a lot more worse than like going.
Once you see it turn yellow, you're supposed to slow down.
I don't remember. It was a blur. It
Sure.
was like 11:30. Okay, I had just gotten off work. PM.
Yeah, another thing with driving, I think this was the first time I took Mireille home. So, her driving, like her... Oh, jeez. What the hell?
Was that a yonk or a hell? Wait.
A yonk? A yonk or a hell?
I mixed them up. I was gonna say, was that a honk or a yell?
I thought a yonk was just some... Like, was that what he said? I think it was a guy yelling.
I can't believe I mixed them up.
Are you more of a yonk or a hell? Leave it in the comments.
I meant a honk or a yell.
Anyways, Mireille's driveway, it's kind of like on a curve, and then it curves like the other way. And I hadn't been driving for very long, so I drove
You were
into
driving for a year.
So I drove into our parking lot. I let her out. She got her backpack and stuff, and I tried to back out, and I backed straight into this pit of rocks on like the side of her driveway. And I'm like there for a minute. I'm trying to like back up, but it's like not going. And then her dad like starts walking towards me, like I guess he was gonna maybe help me, but then I just like drove forward and then backed out more, and I just like waved him bye, and then I sped off because I didn't want to have to confront him. And then I don't think her dad ever trusted me again.
No, like the next time, like, we wanted to go see this musical at school,
Uh-huh.
and then, like, you were gonna be, like, my ride home, but my dad was, like, being an ass, and he was, like, I was texting him at school, like, asking him if I could go, and, like, he was like, I really don't want you to go, but you're being persistent, and I don't remember what I said, but then he was like, I hope you don't get into an accident on the way home. Like, all,
Jeez.
like, passive-aggressive, because Jacob was gonna take me home. So, like, any other teenager would have just been like, okay, I don't care, I'm gonna go. But I said, okay, well, if you don't want me to go, then I'm just gonna stay at home so you won't be worried. Like, what teenager says that?
Yeah, I'll be like, alright, bitch, me too. I hope I don't cry.
Yeah. So I just stayed at home and I cried.
Nice. Hope you felt bad about it.
Yeah, but then like another time, like we were gonna go to the park, and like I was asking my dad, and he was like, "Who's gonna take you home?" And I was like, "You," and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then I was like, "Well, 'cause you don't trust Jacob," and then he just didn't say anything. And then when we got to Whataburger, he was like, "Okay, you can go to the park, and Jacob can take you home." And he sounded so defeated, and I was just like, "Fuck yes!" So he trusts Jacob now, but I'm driving, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, because I didn't know where there'd be a turnaround. Usually just like turn around and let people walk in themselves, but I said, you know what, this time I'll pull in and back out, and that was a bad idea. I leave a bad impression on a lot of dads for some reason.
Talk about what you did at Persephone's house.
Before that,
Oh.
we had this friend, Tamika, and one day, I don't remember what we were doing, but I drove her someplace, and then her parents were gonna pick her up. I think we were at the park. Oh, it was like we were doing a science project or something with environmental science, and her parents came to pick her up, and her mom was like, "Don't worry about that cardboard hand. Is that the one that Val bit off a finger of?"
Yeah.
But her mom was like, "You know you have like a completely flat tire, right?" And I was like, "Oops." And then her dad like changed my whole tire while I was just sitting there watching, and Tamika was like, once we got into the car, my dad just laughed, and then we drove off. And then we were at Persephone's house the other day. You know her; she's been on the podcast. And I broke her gate because it wasn't like pulling back up into like the thing, because it like rolls down like a garage door. And I pushed it in because it kept like going up and then falling down. And then when she tried to close it again, it just wouldn't come out. I mean, she took the blame for that one, so her dad doesn't really know. But thanks, because I don't need everyone's dad to hate me. How does your dad feel about me, Jamie?
He doesn't care about anyone, including me. So, okay, so like, I remember only one time we were filming a podcast with Raceland. Remember it was that one?
Mm-hmm.
And he called me, and I remember I told him I was with you and Raceland, and then he was like, he was saying, are you?
I don't know. Some of the fans like getting onto my hand. I think just the paint, but it still works. Anyways, go on.
Oh, so he was like, "Are you dating them?" Or he was like, "Yeah, I think my dad low-key thinks I'm gay." But yeah, he was like, "Are you dating me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But I don't know. He's just like, he doesn't care about anything. He's like an older version of me. So.
Wow. Is that what you're gonna look like in 10 years?
Probably. I mean, I have his face structure, but I look like my mom. I don't know. Do I?
I don't know. I haven't really seen them that much.
Yeah.
When I saw your
Yeah.
mom, I didn't think you looked a lot like her, though.
Yeah. I probably look like my dad.
People say I look like my mom, but I act like my dad's side of the family. Because apparently on my mom's side, everyone's like outgoing and crazy, and on my dad's side, everyone's like withdrawn and shy.
Really?
Yeah.
Both my parents are like outgoing and crazy.
I think... I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
It like depends.
What about me?
I don't know. I was just looking at you because you're fanning yourself.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know much about my family. That's really horrible. Like I don't like have a bad relationship with my family or anything, but like I just like rather be with my friends. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you get to choose your friends. Your family you're stuck with.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
I was gonna say that we could do this at my house, but like there's nothing at my house. Like it's really boring. Like we have like no games and no good food.
Bring them.
We don't play games on the podcast.
We got 2 Switches, If you got money, she definitely.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Okay. Does that cardboard hand help at all?
It does help, yeah.
So was that not on the podcast when Val ate the cardboard finger?
It was.
Because I thought that was during the podcast.
I don't remember.
It was, I remember. It was funny.
Well, I know she was in the car with us, but I didn't know if it was during the podcast or like when we went to the movie. You should know you're our biggest fan.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Okay, so the next thing that pointed out to me, so back on the song, was, so what if I go out on a million dates and you never call or listen to me anyway?
So
maybe,
are they even like official? Or does he just like want to be in control of her?
I think he wants it to be official, but he doesn't like act on it, if that makes sense. Like she feels like
He's not committing?
Not trying, yeah. Or like I feel like he would commit, but I think she feels like he's not trying.
Like he wants her to commit, but he doesn't want to commit to her.
Maybe. And thought for
Yeah, you know her. What era was this? Who was she dating?
I was gonna say
Nickelback? No.
They're divorced now, right?
Yeah, they are.
Nice.
Thank God.
was it that era?
No, they met after that, I think. But like during this album, she was like, I think she was already divorced to that guy from Sum 41.
Never heard of him.
Your loss.
What? Is that a band?
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Yeah.
Are they good?
I don't think it's your taste.
Wow. I like most music, unless it's country.
Same.
So like another one is I'd rather rage than sit around and wait all day. I just need some time to play.
Yay!
To play.
Oh!
Ooh. Sweaty? Use the fan on your knees.
On your knees. Begging, please.
Stay with me.
Oh no, I was gonna wear pants.
I always wear pants. I haven't worn shorts since like 8th grade when we had to for gym.
Can you tell I haven't shaved my legs in 2 years?
Not really.
I just shaved my legs.
I haven't shaved my legs ever. We have like 2 more minutes. So the halfway point.
Ooh.
I thought I had another what the hell story, but
Another what the hell story. You guys.
I don't know. I repress too much.
My birthday party, but
Which one?
it's the one. It's the one where my friend and I, well, 2 of my friends and I. So before they were telling me how they would break into their like neighborhood pool at night because like in the morning there's like a bunch of people, and so they were telling me how we should go do it, and I was like, I'm scared as hell because like first of all, I'm not athletic. I'm not about to jump over the gate, but one of my friends did, so he ended up like opening it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we ended up swimming in the pool. It was like 12 a.m. We ended up
And
swimming
you can't
in the
even
pool.
swim.
Yeah, and I had my hair. I don't remember. I think I did, so I couldn't dip my head in the water.
Was it freshly dyed or something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't put dyed hair like that dyed hair in water because it'll like leak.
Is that my computer that's making that noise? What is it? Do you hear it? It's like a vent or something.
I hear it.
It's just my computer. I don't know. Do you have any more of your story?
I can't remember where I left it. But...
This is something about your pink.
Oh,
No, well, not your
so
pink.
Yeah,
your pink
Oh,
hair.
no!
Pink print. Anyways, we were just swimming, and every time there would be like car lights, we would like duck, hide. And eventually we got so sketched out, we just went back to her house.
Nice. Well, it's been 30 minutes, so we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back with a game for Mireille.
Yay.
Welcome back to this hell box that we're inside of. It's like 90 degrees outside, and we stepped out, and we got a cool, refreshing, not even gust of wind, just cool, refreshing stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe next time I get like a bucket of ice. We fan ourselves while holding the ice, and then it blows cool air.
Oh.
That's what people do when the ACs break. They take like a bucket of ice and put like a standing fan in
Really?
front of it. Yeah.
What the heck? We used to live, our AC would break all the time. We would do nothing. I mean, it never really got hot. We just open up a window. It would always be like 70 outside.
Yeah, if we open up these windows, I think we'd get too much outside noise. Yeah, my water bottle did that too, because it's hot and like the pressure's building up, so when I open it, it like makes it pop like it's a carbonated soda. So anyways, here we have a game called What the Hell?
Mm-hmm.
So we filled 2 bags, our classic 2-bag system.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is good things, one of them is bad things. You've seen that thing, like, would you push the button? This happens, but this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. You pull a good thing, and that'll happen. But a bad thing will also happen. Why are you looking at me like that, Jamie?
Good things? Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You said we'd pull one as a good thing,
Yeah.
and the other's a bad thing.
About what?
What do you mean about what? Jamie, what did you write?
What did you write, Jacob? I was doing like a significant other.
Well, these are very different. So, how did you think this game was working?
I thought it was like from when I sent you my notes that if we would. I misinterpreted my own notes. Because I was like, if we would do them, and I'm like, why would I want to have sex with someone? But then I was like, do stuff.
Well, I don't know how this game's gonna go now, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So,
job.
I guess if you draw one of Jamie's, it's would you date this person, but this happens too?
Yeah.
So kind of exactly like the game we played with Najida?
Yeah, when I was writing them down, I was like, he's like, exactly like Najida. Oh, I'm sorry. I went there.
Well, welcome to the Put on Shuffle podcast. This is pretty par for the course.
I would cry, but it's already like...
But your face is already so wet
Yeah.
from grease and sweat. My new
And
fragrance.
oil.
Coconut oil. So, Jamie, since you dropped the ball on this, why don't you go first? Oh god, I spit my gum out.
That was me, Jacob. I don't want to keep... Go back. Alright.
I think this brown bag is good.
And I was like, man, I did good. I got on top of my shit.
Yeah, you actually did it before we showed up at the studio.
Exactly. But they were the wrong ones. So, okay. Laughs at all your jokes.
It's just your significant other laughs at all your jokes?
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna be confusing.
But they smoke cigarettes.
So, would you say what the hell, or would you say nah?
Yeah. No.
I would say, nah.
Yeah, me too. Not worth
Because,
it.
like, do we have paparazzi outside of our studio?
Right? God. We need a better place to record.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go next, Mireille, or should I?
Okay, I'll go next. Okay.
Okay, so this is like 2 different games on top of each other.
Is a sugar daddy.
Why do you always write that?
Because
It's what she wants from life.
But hates to cuddle? No! Yeah. I crave attention.
Not worth it?
Yeah. You're right.
Okay, just put it somewhere. I think Jamie's are all on top because she put it in my bag after me. So, is really good at giving advice, but, you'll look ugly when you're older. That's one of the ones I wrote. Nah, not worth it. I mean, probably already will, but I don't want that to be certain. God, this is a mess.
no.
Your turn.
get on Ellen for some reason. But
You could probably tell which ones I wrote and which ones she wrote.
you have constant bad breath. Yeah, I think, what the hell? For sure I'll go on Ellen.
Even if it means you have to live with bad breath for the rest of your life.
Wait, what? Oh, hell nah.
What did you think it meant?
Just on the Ellen.
Oh.
Being on Ellen.
It's too dumb.
It doesn't overpower it, just makes it a little less.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
God, I hope
Okay,
they
I'll
can't.
have fun on Ellen.
I hope they can't hear my computer struggling for breath
It's really
in this hot studio.
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I did.
Yeah.
You get straight A's without trying. Is low-key sexist? I'm low-key sexist?
No.
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say no for that one, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, I'm thinking for mine, good things, that'd just be, like, stuff about us.
Stuff about us.
Yeah.
Your own sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Isn't
Wait,
it
it's my
Jacob's
turn.
I'm sorry.
Wow,
I'm delusional.
the heat's really getting to her. Has great hygiene,
You have great hygiene.
and I'm already pretty good.
But
But you have feet for hands. I gotta say no.
Does that mean you got like 4 pairs of feet? Wait, 4
Four-
pairs of feet?
Yeah, 4 pairs of feet. You have 8 feet.
And I have a hand fetish, so I'm gonna say nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no because I'm like,
I mean, if you had a foot fetish, like, you're gonna be busting nuts every day.
I'm not king shaming, but nah.
But I am. We just lost the whole foot fetish community.
exactly. You will protect yourself
You'll
against
put.
anything. Me making up. Protect yourself against anything / anyone. But you have a child. A child. But you have a child.
Not worth.
What?
I mean, it depends.
I think I'd be good with like having a kid like when they're like a teenager, so I can like give them advice
Right?
and stuff. But like I hate little babies and little kids.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, let's get this over with so we can get out of the studio, Mireille.
Oh yeah.
So we each wrote down 15 of each, so we have 30 rounds in total.
We'll teach you anything. I'll teach myself anything.
Yeah.
Maybe just... Yeah, this game's a mess.
Hates your family. This is already me.
But you already hate your family.
So maybe if you get 2 of Jamie's, you just say it's your... Shut up, Siri! Go away!
Don't listen to our Siri.
That's creepy.
Okay.
Remember Alexa?
What about Alexa?
And then when it will tell us to tell a story.
Oh yeah.
You can freeze time, but... You constantly argue with them.
You constantly argue with people.
Jamie
Get on the spot.
trying to make it work. Yeah, I'd say that's worth it.
What was this? What was
Freeze
the,
time.
Freeze time. Oh. You could be in the middle of
You
an
could get so much done.
argument. Yeah.
Be in the middle of an argument, take a nap. God, and we're filming 2 more after this. Or 1 more.
So you motivate yourself. Constantly motivated.
You really stretching this, too.
Constantly, but
Oh.
you're very messy.
I thought you were trying to have a British accent.
So
You can barely have an American accent.
I used to, like, in middle school, I used to,
Keep it brief, Jamie. We're getting hot.
I know exactly, I used to pretend to, like, be American. I don't know if that makes, like, I am American, but, like, I would try to hide it as much as I
I
could.
thought you were American.
Yeah, so I think if I motivated myself, then I can motivate myself to not be messy. So.
You'd say, what the hell?
What?
You have a really nice butt. Something like
What's the consequence, though?
everything you eat is a Being Boozled style toss-up.
That's why she got that big butt.
No, I don't think that's worth it.
That's so, like, you're scared to eat anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting for a butt and boobs since 6th grade. Like, my parents didn't let me watch the puberty video in 5th grade because they thought I was too young. So I went into middle school knowing
So it never
nothing.
happened to her.
Yeah, like, I thought you hit puberty when you're, like, 18.
I mean,
So-
some people do, no?
Not that late. Some people are later than others. Like, I think the youngest girls get their period is, like, 7. And the latest is, like, 13 or something. But guys are later than girls, so I think it might go to 18 for guys, but I'm not sure. Because I know I was pretty late. It didn't really happen to me till, like, after middle school.
Okay.
What? You get the body you've always wanted. But, you wake up in bed with Trump. I mean, that's one time, but the body's forever, so...
Sure.
Don't say it, Jamie, they'll arrest you. We'll have to cut that out.
Alright. So you learn the truth as to whether or not ever living this place. But your favorite singer dies. You really dead. So,
Dies
yeah,
again. Double dead.
dies when I'm alive. No. I want a chance to see my favorite singer.
Yeah.
You'd be older than my parents.
Yeah, you'd learn if she was replaced or not, but then she'd die, Mara.
Great taste in music, that's already me.
Uh-huh. Hello, Kitty.
You sound like Jack Black. I already hate my voice.
So you'd rather have Jack Black's?
Can you imagine?
Morel with Jack's Black.
It's like, Morel? Here.
Yeah, it's like I never
Here.
talk. So like when I do talk, I'm gonna scare people. So what the hell?
Taking Morel? Skadoosh. We're just passing the fans around in the circle this whole time. Has the same future plans as you.
So you you got a really good future ahead of you.
Make it work, Jamie.
You got a really good future ahead of you.
But
I feel like a fortune.
you see the world in inverted colors. That'd be weird,
like-
but you think you get used to it?
Like with that green and red.
Have you seen like what the inverted means?
No.
Where's my phone?
You
That's it.
give me the opposite.
I mean, it kind of is. Here. Look through the camera. That's how the world would look to you.
Whoa.
Are my teeth black?
No.
They should be.
Do it again. They're kind of gray, you know?
Just means our teeth aren't clean.
Oh,
Really?
Because it turns black to white and white to black. You took a picture of yourself
Yeah.
so you could see how black your teeth are? Wait, let me see. You gotta let me see.
Oh my god!
It's on my phone.
No! It doesn't look like me.
It's the colors are inverted. Wait, that's so funny. Where's your hair?
Oh my god! Okay, that's a move. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'll leave my future up to chance.
same. Your lips never get chopped. Sign me up. But I never want to get married.
But you will never get married.
And I want to get married to Lunch Limble.
No, I'll take it.
What was the good
You
thing?
could just have a long-term boyfriend.
What was the good thing?
Your lips never get chopped.
Yeah. Imagine how much money I'd save on my EOS. But I like them anyway, so I'd probably still buy them. Just like smell them like they're incense.
Oh yeah, put them on like lipstick.
You get the power to fly. But travels constantly.
But you travel constantly because you get the power.
This isn't a downside, Jamie.
You draw.
You redraw. No, you gotta make it. It says long distance, so maybe every relationship is long
No.
distance.
You travel, but it has to be a really long distance. It can't be like traveling to like. A
So you
grocery store.
can fly, but only for long distances.
Yeah, so like you can't fly to the grocery store. You have to fly to like a different
Malibu.
country.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't have to fly, but it means I don't have the option.
Yeah.
You just skip me right
I don't know, maybe. I can't remember. The heat's getting to my brain.
So,
Just dropped it.
you find your best friend.
This is his soulmate.
Oh, you find your soulmate. But if you step on a crack, you really break your mama's back or your mom's back. I'm gonna say that.
I could avoid cracks. Sign me up.
Because like, wait, what does it mean? Like a relationship soulmate or like a friendship soulmate? If it's a friendship soulmate, probably gonna take it. I really like it.
Yeah, but they might not be destined to last forever. See this? This could all go away, Jamie.
I don't want to.
Doesn't mean I won't.
Wow, why are you bringing me down?
It's the heat.
Anyways, your turn.
I really hope these fans aren't making too much noise, but at this point, I don't really care.
Okay. Gives great massages.
So you give great massages, even to yourself.
Define massage.
Oh, stop. A happy ending massage?
But I hate my friends. No comment. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't do.
She just do this for podcast money.
I'll say
Right.
nah. We're so spicy.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like I look like I just got out of a pool.
I know. How many times have I?
Right?
Or
Is this what hot yoga is?
I'm gonna try that.
I accidentally said hot yoga, but who cares?
We understood it.
Your crush asks you out, but
Bro, yes.
you can only sleep in 30-minute intervals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my sleeping already fucked,
That's
so...
a win-win for me. I hate sleeping. What?
But that means you won't get rested.
Doesn't it? No, like, you know Nikola Tesla? He slept in intervals. He didn't sleep like the full 98 hours.
Yeah, but you need to sleep for a certain amount of time to go through all the stages of sleep, or else you won't feel rested. So, I mean, you're gonna have a hard time, but you're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see it. I hate sleeping.
Not for the other reason.
For you.
Your crush asks you out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that too. No, for sure.
There's supposed to be a downside, Jamie. Your turn. Yeah, I'll go for it.
Oh.
No, I mean, I'll go for the crush thing.
So, you have enough money to pay for everything?
Jamie making up what she wrote down.
You have an infinite amount of money.
Jeez, an
What?
infinite?
You don't like your current music. You switch music tastes.
Jamie.
What did you put?
Always pays on dates and hates your favorite band. So, you have an infinite amount of money, but you don't like your bands anymore.
Just listen to your old bands.
Why don't you say, you have an infinite amount of money, but you can no longer listen to music?
No!
Hell nah!
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Right?
Money doesn't buy happiness. Lord tickets do.
Oh, when are you seeing that?
Next Monday.
Okay, you never get hot or cold.
Jeez, sign me the fuck up.
And you are followed by a malicious spirit?
I already am, so yes. Very malicious.
Like trying to hurt you,
I know.
like a ghost.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, no.
I'll say yes. Maybe I can get rid of it. That's me. Jeez. Loves your friends.
So,
Your friends love you.
you have friends
You're-
that you really...
Why don't you just say your friends like you and never abandon you?
Okay.
But all bad photos of you are leaked.
No.
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 I got
Like
some real
bad
bad ones. I like that one you just took.
No.
Or that one of you, Mireille, on the...
Okay, in 8th grade, there's 2 pictures of me in the yearbook.
Oh.
And they're both horrible!
And they're different photos.
Yeah, because like I didn't like the first one, so I got a retake, and then they put both of them in the yearbook.
Oh my God.
Remember that time they put this guy, I'll try to think of a fake name. They put like Ronald McDonald in the yearbook, and they also put McDonald Ronald in a different
Really?
spot. Yeah, they had his first name, and then they had first name, last name, then they had last name, first name, but it was the same picture.
I know.
I think that was like 8th grade or something. No, it was 7th grade, because he was in 8th grade. Wait, is it my turn? No, yeah, it's Jamie's turn. I said I had the bad photos thing. Doesn't matter at this point.
So you never get sick?
What did you write?
Don't worry about it. You never get sick, but you have to live with your parents forever. That's why you don't get sick.
I mean,
No,
they're gonna die eventually.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I don't want to live here anymore,
Yeah, no.
and they probably won't move away.
Like, I can deal with the
Yeah, and then I get off work.
You become Target's new mascot.
Nice. That's where the money is.
You go blind.
Gum fell out again.
Yeah, I like seeing.
I like seeing the money though. But yeah, probably not. Jeez, so fucking hot. Open to your views, Jamie.
So,
We get an average 1,000 views on every podcast we upload,
okay.
but constantly cheats on you.
But you constantly
So I'm doing it uncontrollably.
yeah. You're a cheater at everything. At games, relationships.
I mean, unless this podcast gonna bring us money, I don't think 1,000 views is worth it. Because 1,000 is not even that much. It's also not. I mean, we're gonna get 1,000 eventually when Mireille just rewatches every episode over and over.
You look good in every picture.
So nice. I look bad in every picture.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I can say no, you don't.
That's just because you don't see the ones I don't post.
But
I have
you,
Photoshop.
you have no control over your bladder. No.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Yeah.
Ever heard of a diaper bitch?
I can't do it. I barely have control right now.
I have really great control over your bladder. You know, if you just like sweat a lot, you don't
Oh,
have to
that's
go to
it.
the bathroom
Oh, wait,
because
what?
it all gets
Okay,
worn out.
there's none in here, and there's 2 in here.
There's none in the good bag? Okay.
Wait,
But there's 3 in the bad bag.
did they go down?
No, let's see this one. I don't know.
Why is my eye burning?
Sweat got into it, maybe?
Dude, what?
I don't know. How did this happen? Maybe they're... I put them in my pocket. Maybe they're still in there? I don't think I'm going to be able to get into them sitting down there. Jesus. Yeah, they're not in my pocket. Well, I guess that's it for this game. I guess this is gonna be a little shorter episode of the Put It On Shuffle podcast because we want to get out of this hell studio.
Mhm.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate What the Hell by Avril Lavigne?
9.5.
Wow.
I'm gonna rate it a 7.5.
I'm gonna give it an 8.15.
Yeah, it's really catchy.
Yeah. The first song that I really got into by Avril Lavigne was Smile. That was my favorite for a long time.
I could hook you up with some good Avril songs.
Yeah, I was gonna buy her albums, but then I didn't know, like, how all of her music sounds. If it all sounds like, if her albums have a similar sound to them, or if she's like one of those people where they just don't put it together well.
For your
that
birthday, I thought about like making you like a really long list of songs, but like
Uh-huh.
I know you like buy all your music, and it would have been like 300 songs, and the iTunes card I got you was like $25. I was like, nah, he's just gonna be like, oh, I don't feel like looking all this up.
I mean, you can still, if you like, make me a YouTube podcast and send me a link.
All right.
That'd be cool. Jamie's like, let me get on that.
Yes or no?
Do you want me to make one for you?
We'll make one for each other.
Yeah.
Let's make one for each other.
I don't know what kind of music Mireille likes all that much. Like, I know the bands you like.
I like any female artist.
I know so many female artists.
Yeah, hook me up.
But, so since we have you here, Mireille,
Mhm.
you're gonna get the gift that we give everyone who comes on this podcast. And I have to admit, I'm not sure if this one looks too much like you, but it's because you have a very small face.
That's so cute.
But these faces are all kind of the same size, so I didn't want to.
I love it.
Aw, thank you. Did you have a good time, Mireille, other than the searing heat?
Yeah. I still have stories that I want to tell.
Oh,
So
well, we'll have
me
you.
on then.
We will, definitely. So thank you, everyone, for listening to this, another episode of the Put It On Shuffle podcast. And we'll see you...
Wait, can we make it stop at exactly an hour?
Okay. What do you guys want to talk about for 20 seconds? Oh, we're probably going to cut some stuff out, though.
Oh yeah.
We'll just have
We
a
could
bunch
just
of dead
beep
space.
it.
Oh, for the bleep sound, do you think I should continue with the bottle cork pop or Val's weird...
The first episode where there was a pop, like I was really confused. Like I thought Jimmy was like opening tea or something. So
Yeah, but it was like the one iMovie sound effect that was super short. Didn't have any like bleeps or bells or anything. So leave in the comments what you think we should do. Maybe I'll put a Twitter poll up.
Yeah.
But again, thanks for watching. I hope you guys,
Stay cool.
yeah, like legit. We're glowing like pregnant women, but it's just from sweat.
Oh my God.
I feel like a fucking, what's something that's hot? Like a polar bear and the equator.
Global warming.
It's real. Watch out. Bye.
bye.